everyone, and welcome back to the Cornea Impression. Another day, another review, another car. Today we have with us the Volvo C40 Recharge. What is a C40 Recharge? Well, the name should give you a hint. It is an all-electric vehicle, battery-powered EV. Let's talk looks. Let's go. When it comes to design in EVs, it's a whole new generation of design language out there. Brands are focusing upon aerodynamics like never before. And aerodynamics in regular vehicles, not just in sports cars or performance cars. So, the Volvo C40 Recharge has an aerodynamic front end. Now, if you look at this is where the usual petrol or diesel cars have a mesh for air to go through for the engines to breathe. But since this is an EV, no air needs to pass through. This is covered, making it look sleek and aerodynamic. Now the car looks very handsome. It has a lot of small bits and pieces that make it look good and butch and aggressive on the road. It's a little boxy in design, but looks pretty cool. It definitely looks good in the shade of fjord blue. Now, it has the signature Thor headlights that have been known, have become signature for Volvo. Obviously fog lights over here and a very minimalist plain front end like all Volvos usually are. Let's talk about the sides. This car shares its base with the XC40 Recharge, which is an EV, and the regular XC40, which is a petrol engine car. So it has similar proportions to both of those cars. The sides are very plain, but it has aerodynamic 20-inch rims and tires that are designed to be more economical when it comes to driving range and performance. It also has a more coupe-ish style at the back. The regular XC40 is like a proper SUV. The C40 is more coupe-ish, more sporty-like, giving it a more aggressive look. Let's talk about the back. Now, Volvo claims this spoiler over here is functional, but I highly doubt it. This may be though, because it actually can channel air below it. It's got a rear tail light over here, and these tail lights, which are again the signature Volvo design, are nice and staggered and look pretty cool in the night. So this actually has a very nice chunky look at the back. It also has a badge that says Recharge Twin. Now, Twin stands for dual motors. In the Middle East, you can only get it as a dual motor option, but in certain markets, you can get it as a single motor option. Time to talk about the interiors and the performance. Let's go. Now, with the interiors, this car is based on the XC40 ICE car. So that means it has all the look and feel exactly as that of the petrol car. But what's interesting about this car is that the C40 has no leather. It is cruelty free. That means every single material that you touch is cruelty free, animal free. So it's sustainable manufacturing over there by Volvo. Cool, right? So anybody who's vegan, who's looking for a car that's cruelty free, the C40 is your solution. Now, very Volvo-ish interiors, nicely built, very solid. But it's all black, so there's no contrast, there's nothing. It's like sitting in this giant black cabin. One cool thing with the C40 Recharge is that it's a all options car, the one that I have. So it has the fixed panoramic roof on top, so there's light coming in. That helps. If this was closed, I would not like the entire blacked out bits. It has this unique texture over here, which is the designer claims is the favorite hiking spot of the designer. Is based on the topography of the designer's favorite hiking spot. So it's a cool design and it's backlit, so in the night it actually glows. Again, sustainable materials over here. Gear lever is exactly the same as that from the XC40 ICE car. The infotainment is based on the same Android system as all other Volvo cars and has over-the-air updates. That means if Volvo wants to update the software, they can drop it down If your car has an internet connection, it can just download it automatically and be done with. It has a ton of storage space everywhere, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Obviously, you can connect your Google Maps to this car and enjoy driving. It has navigation on the screen over here with the charge and the speedometer. Now the range Volvo claims is 408 kilometers, but in real life you get roughly around 380 kilometers, which is enough for your daily driving. Other notable features include an air filter which takes out allergens, so people who have asthma or allergies are protected and safe. Harman Kardon sound system. It's strictly a 4-seater in that sense. 4 adults can sit comfortably. Because of the sloping roofline at the back, anybody who's above 6 foot is going to get their head hit on top of the roof. So yeah, people at the back who are tall enough might feel cramped, but otherwise strictly 4-seater, enough space for all of them, 4 adults. The cables are in the boot for charging. You can charge alternative current or DC current, which is direct current, and fast charging. Always go for alternative current or AC charging, slow charging if you have the ability to do that. It's time to talk about the performance of the Volvo C40 Recharge. Now, because this is an EV, there's always going to be some amount of performance that cannot be matched by petrol cars. It has a motor front and back, making it an all-wheel drive car, and it produces 408 horsepower. Does 0 to 100 in 4.8 seconds and has a 75 kilowatt per hour battery pack. It can even charge up to 80% in 40 minutes from a fast charger. You can charge it at home or you can charge it at a fast charger. Charging at a fast charger depletes the battery quality or battery life significantly over a period of time. So it always makes sense to charge it slowly or normally at a home charger or at a regular charger. But it is fast. I mean, really, look at that. It just pushes, and it's a 2-ton SUV, so you really need to go hard on the brakes. Mind you, it doesn't like cornering. It doesn't like corners. It in fact doesn't like to be pushed into fast speeds. It likes to be driven nicely, gently, in a more relaxed style. And if the road has any undulations, any bumps, any kind of unevenness, you will feel it, and you will feel it in a negative way, in a bad way, because it kind of makes you wobble around, and when you do that, it kind of makes you motion sick and car sick, and you don't like that feeling. So to be able to really enjoy this car, you need to think about your inputs. You need to be confident about how you drive the car. You need to be smooth with all your inputs. So you have to be conscious. You have to be careful. You have to be gentle with the car. And when you're gentle with the car, this car gives you a nice sense of drive. It gives you that comfortable, smooth, gentle driving experience, cruising effort, which is what the car is designed for. Because this is an EV, you can even have one pedal driving. That means you don't use the brake. You lift off from the accelerator and the car slows down by itself. And you can switch it on and off via the system over here. So let me see. Yes, it's on. So what happens with one pedal drive is you need to be calculative about your inputs with the accelerator, and the second you lift off from the accelerator, the car will slow down. Do that abruptly and you will jerk, and that's not a good feeling. So you have to be careful, but you can drive this car without touching the brakes at all. You may only need to use the brakes in case of an emergency. So you don't have to even change brakes if you're smart about it or have any highway driving. And when you slow down, the motors goes into reverse, regenerating all that motion, all that acceleration into the battery, charging the battery again. So there's a speed breaker, and all I did was leave the accelerator and no brakes at all. So yeah, one pedal driving, pretty cool, right? Handling, nothing to write home about. Like I said, the car is prone to body roll and very nervous when it comes to corners. So just make sure you are at a sensible speed, able to drive it smoothly into the corner. And the steering is heavy but won't give you any kind of feedback as to what's happening, so just be careful about that. But all in all, that's pretty much how most cars are these days. Other than sports cars, all regular cars are pretty much the same, so nothing negative about that. Because this is a Volvo, it comes with a host of safety features: lane keep assist, lane keep monitoring, adaptive cruise control, obviously seat belts because they invented it. So talking about price, the Volvo C40 Recharge, this is the full options car, so it's priced at 250,000 dirhams in Dubai. Now that's actually not a bad price point for an EV. It's more expensive than the Polestar 2, which is a direct competitor to this car because it is the same platform, and it's more expensive than the Tesla Model 3 but the same price as a Tesla Model Y. So it's sitting right there with the competition. Is it worth a buy? Now, as an EV, I definitely think it is, but you have to identify yourself with the brand. I suggest you go test drive it, get an experience or feel for the car and make a decision. You know where to find us at the Cornea Impression on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube and Twitter. Twitter, it's TCI Media. So hit the like, comment, share and subscribe button, and hope to see you guys next time. See you guys soon. Ciao.